It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Story time on how my 45-year-old manager got my 16-year-old coworker pregnant. All right, y'all. So I was about to be 15 years old. Okay, there was a girl that was 16 years old that worked there. We're gonna name her Anna. I'm not gonna say her real name, and we're gonna name my manager Eric. Okay, Eric and Anna. It's like, I want to say he was 45, but at the same time I feel like he told me he was 47 for something. This man had a wife and grown adult children and like a middle schooler child. This man was married, and I would notice that they would talk a lot alone. Like he would always be like, Anna, can I talk to you back here? And I always thought that was like on some creepy shit. So you know the Mexican ladies that are like las cocineras always got the fucking tea, right? So I started talking to one of these cocineras. I don't want to say her name, but anyways, I'm talking to her, and she's telling me how she's heard that Anna and Eric are fucking around. This girl is 16. So this girl proceeds to tell me that she saw them kissing in the back, like in the back area. And then she just turned her merry way around and minded her business as she should. But so I ended up finding out that he is indeed fucking around with Anna. And Anna's not the only girl he's fucking around with. He's also ends up, in the little near future, he ends up fucking with another cocinera that we have that is married with kids. And later on I find out I know her son in future. One day she came into work very distressed, and she was so upset, and her eyes were puffy. And I remember just asking her, what's wrong? And this girl tells me I'm pregnant. So then I begin to console this girl, and I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, is the dad gonna be involved? Like, me knowing that, like, okay, I know they're fucking around, but I don't want to jump the gate and let her know I know. And Era that he's the dad, because what if he's not? So then she starts crying and saying that it's a complicated situation. To end it short, she ends up telling him on the shift when he came in. She handed me her headset, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Because I'm just in the front taking orders. I'm not doing drive-through, okay? In the back, crying to this man, saying that she's pregnant and that she's not gonna have an abortion because she doesn't believe in it. So I'm hearing this tea while I'm trying to focus on my motherfucking orders because these bitches left me alone at the front, and I'm only 15 years old. Next thing I know, he tells me I have to go to an emergency. Anna's having a family emergency. This man is acting like none of us know he's fucking this 16-year-old, okay, right? But mind you, I can't do much about it. I'm 15. Who am I supposed to fucking tell with no evidence? So later moves on. Anna stops working for us. She completely stops working for us. She had came in, or not for us, working for a company. She had came in while his wife was working, because mind you, his wife worked there too. So this man has his wife working there. He has to tell Anna to stop working there because she tried to come in when the wife was working, and she tried to do a whole show because this girl wanted this man to leave his family for her. So to jump the gate, Anna stops working there. Anna's mom finds out that she is pregnant, and then later finds out that it is by my manager. She stops working there, as I thought. So then I started talking to my manager more on like not that kind of level, but like a personal level, like he was like a homie or something. He starts opening up to me about all this shit, and about how her mom is saying that he needs to continue to pay her as if she works there on her bi-weekly checks, or else she's gonna report him to the police for, she's gonna report him to the police for raping of her daughter. I need to cut that out because TikTok's gonna my shit. But she has this man amenazado, like to the T, on if you don't give me this, if you don't give me that, if you don't give me this, all this shit, for her to not call the cops on this man. This man ends up continuing to pay her weekly checks, and they end up having a boy. He
Better
ends
call the
up having a son
cops.
with her. He is somewhat involved, not really. At this point in this time, his wife still does not know that she gave birth to his son, and he keeps her on the payroll. But y'all want to know how he's paying her? How he's paying her? All right, since y'all want part 2 so fucking bad and are harassing me in my goddamn comments about, don't ignore my grano. I just got over my period. Anyways, part 2. So where did we leave off? We left off with how he was paying this bitch, the mother's, the baby mama's mom, how he was paying this bitch to basically keep her in the company and keep her mouth shut. I am parked far as fuck, okay? I'm parked in a TJ Maxx parking lot, but I am parked deep as fuck. For all these people to keep parking fucking next to me is ridiculous. Anyway, so we left off with how the fuck was he paying her, okay? Y'all are lucky as fuck because I have my Taco Bell waiting for me. But I decided to sit here and make y'all part 2. So basically, the baby mama's mom was harassing Eric, the manager, about how he needed to do all this shit for her. He needs to give her A, B, C, D for her to keep her mouth shut about her teen daughter, 16-year-old daughter getting pregnant by a 47-year-old man, right? Cover up, nasty. Yes, in some parts, yes, this is sad because this mother really had a price tag on her daughter. Her daughter, of course, her daughter is not innocent either. Yes, I know her daughter did take place in this. Her daughter was the one that decided to sleep with him. It was not something that was, how do I say, non-consensual. She consented to it. She wanted to be with him. She wanted to actually be with him. And girl thought a baby was going to keep a man. No, that's, if you're young, if you're around that age, or you're just young and naive, I understand there are circumstances that you believe shit and that you want to play family and house and all that shit, but it don't work out all the time, and this is one of those circumstances that you gotta learn it don't work out. So moving on. Everybody that I work with at this point has already seen all the drama that went down. It was all weird. It was kind of awkward. We kind of went back to our normal lives. I was a teenager. I was 15. I had a lot of shit I was dealing with. I'm married now with 2 kids. But I was going through a lot of shit. I was a little teenager, okay? I was a badass kid doing some stupid shit, doing some shit I shouldn't have done it on the weekend, sneaking out, all of that. I start noticing that, so at this point, my sister had already had my niece, or was having my niece, so I was trying to put in extra hours so that I could, buy a diaper. My sister was going through a situation. She needs some help. I want to put in extra hours. I started noticing that my checks looked the same as they did before when I did not work that many hours. So I start picking up on why the fuck my check's so little if I'm working all these fucking hours, right? And everybody else is starting to pick up on the same shit. Fast forward, I started talking to a cousin that I have working there, and I started talking to another friend that I had gotten a job there. I got like 3 of my friends jobs there. Not all of them stayed because of this bullshit, but he would always try to get at them, knowing we're all like 15 years old. He was a nasty man. And I started talking to one of my coworkers, and I'm like, hey, does your check sheet seem short? Has the last couple of checks that you've gotten seemed short? And this girl proceeds to tell me, yeah, something's up, something's weird. I go and I talk to my cousin too, and he's like, I haven't really looked at it. I get direct deposit, whatever. I didn't get the direct deposit, bitch. I got a check, and I would go cash that shit and keep the money with me. Don't rob me. I still do that, but I work 1 day a week, so you ain't getting shit. But so me and a couple of my coworkers started putting 2 and 2 together that our checks were short, and that we started doing our calculations with our hours versus with our wages, like our hourly wages. And we started noticing that we were all missing a shit ton of money. When I mean a shit ton of money, I mean like maybe like $60 each person. And there was a lot of us per check, okay? And it was ranging about that. But if you made more money, you worked a lot more hours, there was more missing out of your thing. So this man was smart. He was playing it out to where you would notice, but you wouldn't notice. And it just came to a conclusion. We all started talking shit, and we all started figuring out this isn't right. He's taking our money. Me being the person that I am, I had contacts to the owners, the higher up company, right? So the owners were not Hispanics. It was a Hispanic restaurant, but it wasn't. Just think about Taco Bell. It just wasn't Taco Bell, but just think about Taco Bell. And I get in contact with the higher up, and I start talking to them, and I start telling them about how my check is short and I'm working these hours and I'm not getting my fucking money, right? So I talked to them. I don't know what they did. They look at the cameras. They have me look at the cameras. They confirm my hours. They confirm how much was on my check versus how many hours I had punched in and out. Come to think of all of it, this man, after they all did their fucking conclusions and figured shit out with the owners, this man had been taking money out of everybody's check and making a check for her. So that when tax season came, because back then, I don't know if it's still the same, you have to have income to be able to do your taxes to claim any child. And since her daughter was a minor and that baby was born already, she was going to claim that child for taxes that year. So this man had been taking a little bit of money out of everybody's check, not a little bit, a good amount, out of everybody's fucking check, the cocineras, the other managers, you know, the cashiers, drive through everybody's check, to make a check for this woman to pay her like so she gets physical checks and she will get a W-2 off of this shit. But the reason he was taking money out of all our checks is because he couldn't put in that she was at work and like pay her. He couldn't pay an extra person. Like he couldn't take money out of paying an extra person that he wasn't giving the hours to, because then they would catch on like, why are you giving these extra hours? I don't know. It's hard to go into details of it, but the most smartest way that he could process and think was, if I take money out of everybody's check, there's no more money I'm taking out of the company. It's strictly what they're seeing, but the people that it goes to just aren't getting it. So he ended up taking money out of all our checks, making a whole ass check for her. It became a problem. I guess the higher up did talk to him. They gave him a chance, which I don't know why the fuck they would do that, but they did. They gave him a chance and kind of told them to explain himself and so on that case. This took a while. This took like a whole month to fucking figure out. 7 fucking years ago. Can I do something about it now? No. How old was I when this took place? Excuse me, I'm very grateful for each and one of you.
You still ain't changed that battery. It's been like 4 days.
But this was 7 years ago. At the time that this took place, I was 15 years old. TikTok, I am currently 22 years old and I am an adult. But when this story took place, I was 15. There was nothing I could do. This girl was delulu. She was brainwashed. She was manipulated, whatever you want to call it, because it is what it is. Correct? Okay? I could not change this girl's mind. I was not going to change this girl's mind. I quite literally never worked with her, and I quite literally never really ever saw her again. So there was nothing for me to do. 2, I had spoken with other coworkers. Her mom was going to, quote unquote, handle the situation. Everybody mind their business. So, quote unquote, what do you think as a person? Bitch, okay, her mom is going to press criminal charges. Go against this man. Nope. Did not happen. I repeat, that did not happen, okay? Her mom did not press charges on him. And I will further go into fucking detail. So 1, I'm going to make this clear. She was a victim. I never once said that she was not a victim. I just stated, when I said it was consensual and all that, I understand a minor can't consent. I'm saying that as because she told me, oh no, she told me, you know, later on, once we had more in-depth conversation, that she consented to it, that she wanted to be with him and she wanted a further relationship with him. Yes, that was completely wrong, but I'm 15. I'm not going to go over here. I got my own fucking life going on. I'm not going to go over here and try to tell her, no, girl, what the fuck are you thinking? Yes, I did talk to her and I'm like, hey, you know his age, right? Like, I did try to kind of knock some sense into her. I was 15. She was 16. She didn't care. She didn't give a fuck. I was doing my own shit. I can't do shit and I could not do shit. Okay? Leave me alone. This was 7 years ago. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Damn, bitch. How you hate somebody? How you hate at the club when you can't get in? Okay, bitch. Where the fuck did we leave off? Now that I came clear and correct at you hoes, I thought you was gonna eat me up. So later, some time passes. I was not present at this time. It was around like 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a manager who was, and she was a female manager. So she came in and with his wife was one of the cooks, right? She was cooking at the time. She bounced between, and let me make this clear, I worked twice with the wife, and that was when I was doing my training. After then, I never saw this woman again, and that's how I did not know if, like, I didn't even know she continued to work there. I just knew at some point she did, but later I found out that she did continue to work there. So anyways, we left off with how did the wife find out about the baby mama. So it was one happy motherfucking Friday afternoon, morning. It was very early in the morning. Let's call my other manager, let's call her Casey. She goes with the wife to open up the restaurant. She notices that the baby mama, Anna, is waiting outside the restaurant. So Casey already knew what was going on. Why did she not tell the wife? I don't know. That's not my business. I'm not going to come and contact her about it. And she already felt like something was going to pop off. So what did she do? She called the other assistant manager. Let's call him Jake. Casey calls Jake and is like, hey, I need backup. Please come in. I don't know if something's going to happen. Right? While the main up higher nasty manager, the 47-year-old Eric, probably at his house sleeping with his ass up. So then they let the baby mama in. The baby mama, supposedly she just wanted to eat breakfast. They let her in. This girl whole ass orders her breakfast, sits down, eats. My manager Casey when she's telling me the story, she's like, yeah, I can tell that baby mama looked like she was gonna do something. So I kept it on check because at this time baby mama was still pregnant. She was very much early in her pregnancy, so she didn't want nothing to arise. Correct. So a little bit goes on. This girl eats her breakfast. She walks up to the counter and she goes, are you Eric's wife? Mind you, Eric's wife is like, yeah, like, you don't remember me? Like, I helped train you like 2 times, like, you know, kind of confused. Baby mama proceeds to yell at this woman, at the wife, talking about how she needs to leave her husband because that's her man, and that she's pregnant by him, and that she's having his baby, so they need to be together, and they need to get married, and that she needs to exit the fucking picture before she gets her ass whipped. Mind you, this is baby mama talking. Baby mama's pregnant, so why are you pregnant and threatening to fight? Because that's just not safe. Okay, if you do that, that's your business. But you're gonna hear my daughter in the background. Y'all wanted the story time, right? Baby mama's ranting. She's going crazy. Wife is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who are you talking about? My husband would never. Blah 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 blah. Right? They're going back and forth. Casey starts stepping in, talking about, hey guys, like, this is not here nor the time nor the place. Like, this is something that you handle outside of work. Anna starts being like, nah, fuck you, because you probably fucking with him too. All this. She starts popping off on everybody. I can't judge her. She's a teen. She's going through hormonal phases. She just finds out she's pregnant by this older man that has kids and is married. Okay, let me stop getting into details because y'all hate that shit. So, pregnant girl, baby mama, jumps over the counter to leap at wife to grab this lady by her fucking greñas. She has her by her hair, right? And that's where obviously Casey gets in, and so does, what do we name him? Jeff. Did we name him Jeff? Jack? Jeff? Let's just call him Jake. Jake and Casey step in. They're separating them. Wife is not really touching baby mama because she knows, 1, she's a minor, 2, because she's pregnant. She's just kind of letting her hold her hair. And baby mama's just going crazy to where Casey has to step her outside. She has to lock the door. She's banging on the doors. Casey's about to call the cops. Casey decides to let me call her mom. Because, mind you, her mom works there too. Why are all their schedules separated? I don't know. I don't know how it worked, but whatever happened there happened. Mom came to come pick her up. Mom already knew about the situation. Mom obviously didn't handle shit correctly with her daughter. Her daughter was very much GR, you know, petted. She was petted. I don't want to say the word. And mom didn't do nothing about it. So, whatever. Plot twist at the fucking end, though. Y'all are gonna shit your bricks because y'all are really rooting for this girl, talking about how she's a victim. Yes, she is, but you don't want to turn around and see what she did. So anyways, mom comes, gets her daughter, talking to her daughter about how you do not need to be doing this for a man. What is wrong with you? Leave that woman alone. That is her man. And popping off and all this shit. She is able to physically extract her daughter and put her in the car. So they leave, they separate, wife goes home. I don't know what happens at home, but she remains with the man to this day. And I'm gonna answer a couple of y'all's questions because there was a lot of questions. Okay, back to where we left off. So she dragged this girl by her hair. Her mama came and got her, put her in the car. Yeah, whatever. Y'all are asking what happened after. I don't know what happened at his household, but they remained together. They remained married. Okay? And this girl, y'all would think this girl is like, you know what? Peace the fuck out. A couple years later, maybe she moved on. Plot twist! Hold your horse, bitch. Eat some popcorn. Eat something. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna let you go get a snack. This girl, till this day, remains. Shares that man with his wife. Hold on, my daughter knocked. Y'all are probably gonna hear La Vaca Lola in the background, but my daughter entered the room. So, all these time passes. She still sleeps with him. She's still with him. She knows that he has a wife. He's playing both these girls, okay? He goes sleep with her, with the 16-year-old, comes back, lives with his wife and his adult teenage children. Years pass. He ends up having, now in this day and age, they have a second child together, and they have a daughter together, and she is 1.5 years now. So right now. So, and she's still messing with this man. She is still with this man. This man is literally having 2 girls, 2 women at him. So how I heard it is that he will go over there, say he's gonna spend the weekend with his kids, blah blah blah, spend time with his kids. I'm going to my kids. It's that basic baby mama shit where, oh, I'm gonna just go see my kids, and he's not just seeing the kids, okay? So yes, they are still together. This girl is now 24 years old, or she's about to be 20. No, yeah, she's 24 now because she was a year older than me, and I'm about to be 23. So yes, she is she's in the right state of mind. I don't know about that. She's an adult now. She makes her decisions. She knows what she's doing, and she continues to be with a married man that already has kids. She already has a second child with him, and she still fights and argues with the wife about saying that he will never stop messing with her. But then the wife coming at her like, oh, well, he will never leave me. He will never divorce me because that's my husband. So yes, she's still messing with this man at this time, 7 years later. I know some of y'all are gonna not feel bad no more, but that is the reality. And if y'all want to hear a story time about how he fired me because I didn't let him get none, let me know. I'll do that. And I'll also do a story time about how he was messing with one of the cooks. Ooh, I'm not done with this man. Story time on how my 47-year-old manager that got my 16-year-old coworker pregnant started messing around with the cook that was married with kids. Okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning. So when I first started working here, this lady was already working here. The crazy part is that she is friends with his wife. When his wife was training me, they were very buddy, and I thought that was, normal. I didn't think nothing of it. And then as I started working more, and I started working more morning shifts, and that lady was working, we're gonna name her, we're gonna name her Marta. Okay, so Marta is working there. Eric, my manager, the 47-year-old, is working there too. Time passes. I don't really think anything about them. And then I started working shifts with them together, and I start noticing that he would brush up on her. She would brush up on him. She would always look at him and laugh a certain way. If you're a girl, you know what I mean, okay? Let me get to the point before y'all eat me alive and talk about how I ramble too much. So then one day, I noticed that there was a line in the drive-thru and there was just one girl that was doing the drive-thru, and we didn't have any customers at the front. And one of the cooks that we had, I don't want to say her name, I loved her though, she was such a sweet lady, she was in putiza, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go, I start doing whatever. One of the customers comes and complains to me about how the Coke didn't taste like Coke anymore, so usually that means it needs a change of syrup, like Coke syrup. So that was like in the back and like kind of hidden, like it had to go through a certain way to the back to get to the Coke syrups. Typically they take forever to change. Eric would usually change them because they were very heavy. So I went to go change it. I had done it before. Bitch. I walk in back there. Why the fuck do I see them kissing by the Coke syrups? So immediately I'm like, excuse me, like, like, I don't say excuse me, I kick a box so that they can hear me coming, or they hear that I'm there. And she's like over here fixing her hair, he's fixing his zipper. I don't know what they were doing prior to that, okay? But then, so I find out they're fucking around. I know he has a wife. I'd never seen that wife again after those 2 times that I worked with her. How was I supposed to tell her? I barely even knew this girl's name. What? Right. Anyways. So, time passes. They still fuck around. They leave with each other to go to the bank. They do a bunch of shit together. Until one sunny day. So, I come in. I clock in. I'm doing whatever I gotta do. It was a chill day, whatever. Time passes. They disappeared. I don't know where they went. We weren't busy. Okay, this is like a while after that other situation. So I go to the back because I was gonna wash a certain tray that we needed for the, we made, I wouldn't say it was guacamole, it was more like avocados. I like to do that for some reason. I like mashing them up. So I went to go wash the tray. The tray is next to the Coke syrups again. Why do I see this man's ding-a-ling out and she's giving him that gok 3000? Oh my god, I dropped that pan and I'm like, and I like act like I didn't look, because mind you, I'm 15. At the time I was 15 years old. This was 7 years ago. And he just looks at me, and they would call me peinada because I never had my hair done. I would just put on my hat and my hair was always everywhere. He goes, peinada, you should be taking orders. Trying to blame me for walking back there to wash a fucking pan. Excuse my gum. And she like acts like nothing. She's like fixing her lipstick everywhere, okay? Mind you, everywhere. This girl would come in with her hair done, her makeup done, everything. I go back. I'm like traumatized. I'm like, I ain't going back there anymore. Time passes a little bit and she goes, ay, mija, son cosas de adultos. Ya cuando estés grande entendí. I don't know how to say it. You'd understand. And I just look at her like, this bitch has the audacity. And that was not the last time that I saw them doing nasty sexual shit with each other on shift. And it was sad because this girl was like friends with his wife, that I later found out that they were actually close friends and they would hang out outside of work. Also, I would like to add in that her husband would come in and eat sometimes with her on her breaks. She had kids with him. It was a very sad situation that she was a hoe. But las putas no se disfrutan, okay? To conclude my story, never change Coke syrups at your work if you're a minor. You don't want to go back there. And that is before I get fired. So if y'all want to know how I got fired and why I got fired, let me know. I'll make a video on it.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit. Big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wheels of Deals, man. You can check out his YouTube channel, Lucky Nation Station, where he got that reaction videos, man. Listen. Hit the links down below. We got the Opulence Scents, okay? Get you a 3-wick candle, okay? And get you some super fat burners. Or just get some. Stay away from the empanadas if you want to be losing weight, okay? Stay away from the Casino Dominos, okay? Stay away from the chanclas. I think that's a shoe, but stay away from them. Just stay away from them. Stay away from the charros. You know, I love me a big Mexican chick. That can double fist some charros. Just a big one, just. Anyway, let's get into the video, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. All right. First of all, dude's a creep. Sounds like he's about 45 years old. He got teenage kids about the girl's age. That's weird. Okay. First of all, weird. Okay. Then you ripping off everybody else. Like, how is he still working at this place? He already got caught giving out other people's money, and now he's getting head from another lady, and she said this is after the other situation. How does he still have a job? Like, this is sexual harassment at its finest. I guess they really don't care at this restaurant. Oh yeah, Trump's going to be president anyway. They're going soon anyway. This is 7 years ago, so we talking about Trump's first president. It's like they was like, well, they'll be gone anyway. Anyway, Trump don't give a damn. He is out to get Mexicans, boy. He out to get everybody. He out to get the Haitians. He out to get the the Asians. He out to get everybody. Haitians, Asians, Mexicans. Ask him, he out to get the Puerto Ricans. He don't even know Puerto Rico is part of America. You Puerto Ricans? Okay. You're like, who let the Puerto Ricans in? Like, yeah, that's America, okay. Stupid ass. Anyway. Yeah, man. I knew somebody like that at work, man, that was sleeping with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, you know, this person wasn't even a good looking person. He didn't even have no teeth in his mouth. But he was knocking down everything. I was like, damn. Older cat, but everybody there was grown, so it wasn't like he was knocking down children. This is just insane. Shout out to the mama. She's a dirtbag. Okay. She sold her daughter for a check. If you don't tell, I don't tell. Just write my daughter a check and I don't say nothing. I don't say no. No say. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I need the how do you say money in Spanish? Well, dinero. If you give me dinero, I don't say nothing. No say. Or no speak English. You got a cheque? You got a cheque? El cheque? You got the el cheque? I don't even know how to say check, but yeah, that's crazy that you would just say. But I ain't gonna lie. I know, cause I've been on the south side of my city for about over 20 years, 20 plus years, and I got a lot of Mexican friends. I know for a fact, I know some grown men that have gotten young girls pregnant and married them and been with them and had like 4 or 5 kids, Mexicans. But they culture's different. Now, I don't know what they do in their culture, but they stick with them and they marry them. They stay with them for a long time. They be with them forever. You'll get me pregnant, you stay with me. That's Jorge, little Jorge, Jorge Jr., Jorge the Third. Every child named Jorge. He'd be like 5 Jorges in the house. They just keep having Jorges. But yeah, a bunch of them. And they start young, for real. I remember it was this one chick named, I think her name was Carolina. Man, she was fine, dog. She was fine. Back in like 7th grade. But then, like, I'm talking, then, you know, getting to high school. Knocked up. 10th grade. 11th grade, knocked up. 12th grade. I'm like, God damn. Married right out of high school. I'm like, damn. Did you just turn 18? Whole time, her man looked like he had to be like 30. He had to be like 30. He come up there in some dirty cowboy boots, had a little beer belly, you know what I'm saying? Walking up to her graduation, she pregnant with her like fourth child. I was like, what in the fuck is going on? We didn't go to school together. I just know because we, being around the same people. So you stay on the south side, you'll know it goes down in the DM, okay? But yeah, I was just like, damn, Carolina, damn, this your fourth child by Hector. Jorge, it's your fourth child by Jorge. And you got four Jorges running around here, and you 18 years old, and he pushing 32, okay? And nobody said anything. So I didn't say anything. Actually, I didn't even think it was. I didn't think it was nothing wrong with it. I didn't know that was really that wrong. I wouldn't do it, but I didn't know no better. But now, like I'm older, I'm like, man, what the hell? That was wrong. So I just know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. I knew it was wrong when I started getting older. I was like, oh, that was wrong. That wasn't right. He shouldn't have been doing that. And then you know what? You know it's crazy. It was happening. It happens in the black community too. You know what I'm saying? It's some fast chicks, and they be in the hoods. It happens in the hoods. It don't happen just like randomly. It's girls that don't really have much father figures in their life, and they running around in the streets, and they in the hood, and they go around somebody's house who got a daddy who just hanging around, and the girl being around, and the daddy in there, and the daddy like he walk around with his shirt off, smoking blunts with them and chilling with them. And the daddy offer them something to drink, and then they chilling, they drinking. They 16 years old. Next thing you know, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's right. I just seen it happen, and at the time, I was like, that's crazy. But now I'm thinking like, damn, that's nasty than a motherfucker. But anyway, but at the end of the day, I just know not to have my kids around these bones. Okay, yo, I'll see you. I'm not gonna be my kid around you. But yeah, you don't. That's why you just don't bring your kids around certain people, man. Because people overlook that shit. They think it's all cool till you have your kids around them and be like, yeah, nah. So, really, in all actuality, I can make a joke, but I never tell you a lie. This shit, it happens all the time. And it's serious that parents really overlook the stuff that their kids be going through because they be in certain situations. Low income, uneducated, poverty stricken, desperate, ready to make their kids grown because they got a bill. She knew her daughter was out there getting it. But she thought she ran into a way that her daughter can get money from it, which is crazy, because why? And then the comments eating this chick up about this damn battery. Like, girl, if you don't change that goddamn battery, I mean, Lord have mercy. Like, change the battery, sister. It ain't that hard. It is not that hard, okay? She said, my husband is going to get the battery. Tell him to hurry up. Okay, we 4 story times in, and that battery's still going. And these story times ain't like one. This video is brought to you in part by 297 Beep. 297 Beep. If you call that number 297 Beep, they will give you up to 3 free smoke alarms, okay? 405-297 Beep. Everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and holler at you later.